for having us. I'm Kim Williamson. I'm with the Cabinet Office. I've been a civil servant for 37 years. And what I've noticed this morning is there's so many synergies between the armed forces and the civil service. So for me, I've got 37 years in. I was an ex-Metropolitan Police civilian. I transferred over to the Crown Prosecution Service. And 37 years for me is, what does the future hold? And that's for so many thousands of civil servants as well, as what you're outlining today. So there's so many synergies. Armed Forces is really close to my heart too. My cousin was in the RAF, he was based in St Athan, and when he came out after his 30 years, aviation life in the civilian context was very, very different for him and very, very different for his family. I wish all those years ago that actually he would have had the hub to reach out to. So testament to you and congratulations. So Vicky is my delivery and engagement lead, and I'll pass over to Vicky in a little while. But just to give you a bit of an overview of obviously why we're here today, why we've been invited, and the exciting opportunities that we hope will unfold in the future. So we are really a modern civil service, and we're being really inspirational, and we're really thinking about what we're doing. We're becoming more skilled. And if we can have the next slide, please. Thank you. And it's just by magic. So we're being very much more innovative, we're being really, really ambitious. And when I talk about ambition, our ambition as a civil service at the moment is to move over 22,000 posts out of London across the whole of the UK. That's really ambitious, and that's going to happen by 2030. And by doing that, that is going to turn to us very, very quickly, and those are going to be opportunities for Wales as well. But what does that mean for us? So we're integral, we're looking at honesty and being impartial, and we're really, really keen now to work more closely with our partners. We work closely with them now, but I think we can forge even greater links. Next slide, please. Who are we? So yes, we're Cabinet Office, and we've got a local footprint. So we are part of Civil Service HR, and we are Civil Service Local. And you can see on that slide there that actually we cover the whole of the UK. So from the top end of Scotland and Northern Ireland right through to the bottom of Wales, and we have 8 localities. We're really fortunate that Vicky and I are leading the Welsh cohort, and what our role is bringing civil service departments together. We've got over 30,000 civil servants in Wales, which is enormous, and what we look to do is no longer work in silos. We pick up best practice along the way, and what we haven't always done well is shared that best practice, and that's really what our role is. You've heard already from DWP this morning, and there are other departments as well that are on this journey. So our role is very much to collaborate, work collaboratively with all the civil service departments, and bring all of those departments together for some really key opportunities. And our purpose is really to do all of that. But our main aim is to connect everybody. And I'm going to pass over to Vicky, who's going to give you the overview of what we've been doing in Wales to date.
Thank you, Kim Ann, and good afternoon, everybody. As Kim Ann introduced me, I'm Vicky Howard, and I am the Delivery and Engagement Lead for Civil Service Local in Wales. So obviously Kim Ann has gone through our purpose and a little bit an overview of who we are. I just wanted to touch on the brand. So obviously you can see on that slide we have 3 bubbles: connect, culture, and capability. And this is our brand. This is what we believe in, and this is what we strive to do on a daily basis. So just to break that down a little bit in a bit more detail. So in terms of the connect, we develop stronger connectivity between departments and other public bodies by creating a more collaborative and flexible civil service. So how do we do that? We basically focus on making more effective use of collective resources, our expertise that's already out there in Wales and across the country. And how do we do that in particular? Well, we have a core set of products that we offer across Wales to all civil servants. They are a combination of events, forums, and networks. I just wanted to touch mainly really just due to timing, I would say, around the networks, and it links into something that Kim Ann has said already. We've got 11 networks just in Wales, and we're very, very proud of the 11 networks that we've got. When I talk about networks, it's networks surrounding diversity and inclusion and talent, engagement and well-being, continuous improvement. So what we're doing is bringing civil servants together who have got the expertise in those areas and sharing the good practices, sharing their knowledge and really working together to make Wales one civil service the best place they can possibly be. So on to culture. Sorry, can we just go back? Thank you. With culture. It's about raising aspirations and improving life chances for citizens. So we recognise that we are uniquely placed to harness voluntary power within the civil service and helping citizens out in the community. We promote a culture between departments of innovation, hence why we are here today and hopefully working in the future more jointly. Moving on to capability, it is everything, it is our bread and butter, it is everything that we do within any event or networking session that we do. It's about building capabilities of civil servants in Wales. We do that through leadership academies, and it's about developing and supporting civil servants to be influential leaders of the future. So whistle stop, so I'm going to pass back to Command for the next bit.
Thank you. Next slide, please. Major John Simmons really highlighted it for me this morning when he was saying about that point of discharge. And what we have in civil service local is we've been really, really fortunate that we work with the Secretary of State for Wales office that underpins the UK Gov Leaders Group. I have the responsibility of the portfolio for our people strategy. And as you can see on the slide there are a number of strands that we are looking to upskill existing civil servants to embrace opportunities. And that is looking at outward facing within our local communities, the civil service being an employer of choice. We're looking at that learning and development space. We're looking at what does it mean for civil servants to look at recruitment, and also if they want to springboard in their career, what does that interview process look like? Because sometimes that's really daunting. We look at diversity and inclusion, and we also look at that, opportunity around academia. We often look inward facing, and I am really, really keen to have that extra academic rigour and obviously working with yourselves in the future to provide opportunities for civil servants that they may not have had those opportunities for in the past. And also as well, we look at our talent pipeline. So what do our civil servants need today, and what do our civil servants need for the future? Because that's going to change. We can't stand still. And I think COVID has also shown for us that we've had to upskill as well within civil service. And hopefully with academic rigour, we'll be able to achieve that. So that really is a bit of a blend of where we are with our people strategy, which resonates with lots that we've already heard about this morning. And Vicky mentioned about the talent space is really, really key for us. And I think where it's going to be key for us working together in the future. And I'll pass over to Vicky just to outline that. I'm not so scared of this track.
Have the next slide, please. Okay, so just to touch mainly on the talent network. So we have a South Western Wales Talent Network, and I have the privilege of co-chairing that for the areas. What you will see there on that slide is some of the pillars that we have across South Western Wales, and really hopefully you can see synergies of how we can, how similar we are. So basically we've got the cross-government coaching, cross-government interviewing panels, where we're obviously trying to upskill people to be confident and competent to have interviews. Looking at professional pathways, looking at staff wanting to go into policy, staff wanting to go into digital roles, really trying to give them the necessary skills to be able to compete and apply and then succeed into that career. Cross-government mentoring, is hugely close to my heart, very passionate about mentoring. Really trying to give people the opportunity to be mentored by people outside of their normal chain of command. It's very easy to be mentored by a line manager or someone that but to be mentored by somebody, completely in a completely different department is a lot more powerful. And then obviously reverse mentoring is something that we are focusing into the future. But what the Talent Network does is it brings experts together who, like I said at the beginning when I touched on the networks earlier, it brings those people together who have got the skills and the expertise to bring these to life. And that is currently what we are doing within South West Wales. What we're not trying to do is supplement what's already going on in the departments. We're literally it's about harnessing the experience that's out there, bringing that together, and then supplementing that to make it into a cross-government programme. Okay, ma'am, over to you.
And then finally, for me, the exciting bit, which is the partnership working. And what we're going to do now is we're going to scope. So what do armed forces need that isn't already out there for them? And then more importantly, from a civil service perspective, what is it that we can offer that hasn't already been circumvented by another organisation? As I say, we're not here to duplicate effort. We're trying to be quite unique, but with over 30,000 civil servants just based in Wales, I'm sure there's work that we can both do. So for me, it's about learning together, bringing skills together, and then sharing the journey. So that's it from us. That's it from Civil Service Local. Thank you for inviting me, and exciting times ahead. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr.